English teacher here present with a new video for you. I hope all of you are fit and fine at home. Dear students, today I am going to discuss the poem Animals written by Walt Whitman. In this poem, poet has compared the characteristics of humans with that of animals and found that animals are better than humans in many ways. Now let's see what is there in the column about the poet. Walt Whitman is a major figure in early American poetry. He was born in 1819 and was died in 1892. He broke the tradition of rhymed and material poetry. He was famous for writing a revolutionary new kind of poetry which was in free verse. The poem Animals is from his work Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. Now let's see what is there in the introduction section. Walt Whitman has shown the comparison between human beings and animals in his poem. So this poem contained the comparison between human beings and animals. He has pointed out the evils present inside the human brain which he thinks animals don't have. That is why he thinks that animals are much better than human beings because they don't use their brain and don't become upset like humans for not finding anything better for them. Now we will discuss the poem stanza wise. This is stanza 1. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Now these are two difficult words here. I think placid means calm or peaceful. Contained means keep up control. So here in this stanza, the poet says that he wants to live in the world of animals. Here we can say that the poet finds the world of animal better than that of human beings. He further says that he finds animals more peaceful than humans. He says so because animals are not running after worldly things like human beings. They are calm and have no greed for worldly things or any kind of achievements. They are self-contained, means they are happy with life and never interfere in the lives of others. Humans have the habit of interfering in the lives of others. So poet thinks that animals are better than humans for being calm and not interfering in the matters of others. The poet says that these are the reasons why he stands still and looks at the animals for a very long time. So this was there in this part of the text. Now let's see what is there in the literary devices which are used in this stanza. So assonance is the first literary device used here in this stanza. Use of vowel sound means assonance is use of vowel sound repeatedly. So I vowel is used here. I think, I live with animals. So I is repeated here. So there is assonance. Then a repetition is there. Repetition means use of word, phrase or repeated lines. So long word is repeated twice here. So repetition is there. Anaphora is another device used here by the poet. I word used at the start of two conjunctive lines means when two or more lines are started with the same word, this is called anaphora. So I word is used at the start of two conjunctive lines. Now let's see what is there in stanza 2. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owing things. Sweat here means complaint, whine means cry, sins means wrongdoing, demented means mad or disturbed. The poet says that unlike humans, animals don't complain of any misery or sorrow. They never cry out loud like humans do to show what they have lost. They never stay awake in the night crying in repentance for their wrongdoings. This means that animals are different from human beings because they don't show anger or grief if something wrong happens with them. He further says that animals are very truthful because they never boast of their good deeds done in the name of God. He says so because most of the human beings do this. They try to show their good deeds and religiousness to others. They do so in order to gain popularity among their fellows. So the poet thinks that animal never irritate him by doing such things just to gain some praise from their fellow people. He feels that the animals are not dissatisfied like humans. They stay happy with whatever they have. They never run behind worldly things. They never try to possess things of comfort or luxury. He says that none of them is mad behind owing the worldly things. So this was there in this stanza the poet wanted to say. Now we will see the literary devices used here. Anaphora, use of repeated words at the beginning of two or more conjunctive lines. So use of they, do not is repeated in two or more lines. Then metaphor is used. Sweat and wine refers to the cries and complaints. Means sweat and wine are taken for cries and complaints of human beings. So metaphor is used here. You know what is metaphor? Metaphor is a kind of comparison where total identity of the object is shown in the things which are compared with. Now see stanza 3. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. Kneels means bow down. Evince means show, reveal. Possession means ownership of something. Tokens here, the qualities. So here in this stanza, the poet says that he has never seen any animal showing his devotion to anyone by bowing down in front of the person. They don't do so. They never do so even for their ancestors. They do not show devotion towards God like humans do. No one among them is more respectable or important as we have in human society. In human beings, rich people are generally given more importance and are treated with more respect as compared to the poor. But in the society of animals, they never do so. They never give more or less importance to any other animals. Everyone in the animal world is happy. They are not like human beings who find themselves the happiest or the saddest person on earth. The poet says that animals are more honest in showing their relations with other animals. Here he wants to say that animals use other animals as their food and they never try to hide this. Whereas human beings show that they have nice and friendly relations with others, though the reality is opposite. The poet says that he accepts the fact that animals are true towards showing their relation with other animals. So this was there in this stanza. Now we will see the use of literary devices here. Metaphor is only used here in this stanza. The inner quality of humans are referred to as tokens. Means tokens is used here as the metaphor for inner qualities of humans. This is stanza 4 or the last lines of the poem. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge time ago and negligently drop them? Negligently means carelessly. So at last the poet introspects himself and says that from where the animals got those good qualities. He further questions himself that where his own good qualities are gone. Did he left them or had carelessly lost them somewhere? The qualities that were found in human beings in the past, like innocence, kindness, truthfulness, are now seen in animals. He wonders that humans gave up these qualities and they have been passed on to the animals. So this was there in this part of the text. Now this is the homework. write the summary of the poem and write the answers of textual question as per your understanding of the poem. That's all for today. Thanks. Have a nice day.